Nesa harus gabung.
Maaf sebelumnya Ustazah, Vanessa Zaskia bergabung dengan saya.
Oh ya
Joinnya.
nggak apa-apa. Satu Zoom ya? Ya nggak apa-apa. Silakan boleh dimulai. Ya boleh Mbak Fadila silakan share screen. Bisa share screen. Oh sebentar. Oke sudah. Oh partisipan. Oke sudah. Coba di share screen Mbak Fadila. Ya, sudah Mbak Vanessa. Sudah saya rubah settingnya. Oke, sudah terlihat.
Ingin tak?
Satu aja cukup nggak apa-apa, biar nggak feedback. Oh ini biar nggak feedback itu yang satu itu volumenya itu dimatikan. Jadi nanti nggak double suaranya.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Today, we would
Good
like to
morning.
talk about one of the most well-known language teaching methods, the direct method. This method is unique way because it tries to make second language learning as natural as learning your first language as a child.
Direct method. The direct method appeared in the late 19th century. At that time, people were tired of the grammar translation method, where students only translate text and memorize grammar, but still couldn't speak. Then reformers like Goyen, Sever, and Frank had an idea. What if that? What if we teach a foreign language in a natural way? Direct method muncul sekitar akhir abad ke-19. Waktu itu orang mulai bosan dengan metode lama yang isinya cuma nerjemahin dan hafal grammar. Tapi siswanya nggak bisa ngomong. Akhirnya tokoh seperti Goin, Sever, dan Frank punya ide. Gimana kalau kita ngajar bahasa asing dengan cara yang natural aja?
Main principles. There are 5 main principles. First, no translation. The student's native language is not allowed in class. Second, meaning is taught directly through demonstration or real object. If you want to teach run, the teacher has to run. Third, grammar is not explained. Students figure out the rules from examples. Fourth, the focus is on speaking and listening first. And fifth, the teacher acts like an actor in class. Ada 5 prinsip utama direct method. Pertama, no translation. Bahasa ibu dilarang total di kelas. Kedua, kita diajarkan lewat demo atau benda langsung. Apabila guru mau ngajarin kata run, ya guru harus lari. Ketiga, grammar tidak dijelaskan, tapi siswa disuruh menemukan polanya sendiri. Keempat, fokusnya ke speaking dan listening dulu. Dan kelima, guru di sini perannya kayak aktor.
So, if you enter a direct method classroom, it feels different. Everything is the target language. To teach vocabulary, the teacher brings real objects or pictures. The main activity is constant question and answer, and textbooks are not used in the early stage. Jadi, kalau kita masuk ke kelas direct method, suasananya beda. Semua komunikasi pakai bahasa target. Kalau mau ngajarin kosakata, guru bakal bawa benda aslinya atau pakai gambar. Aktivitas utamanya tanya jawab terus-menerus, dan uniknya, buku teks nggak dipakai di pertemuan awal.
The Berlitz method. The most successful version of this method was used by Berlitz schools. They had famous golden rules. For example, never translate, demonstrate, never explain, act. The main idea is that teachers shouldn't to talk too much. Students should be the ones speaking a lot. Versi paling sukses dari direct methods dipakai sama Berlitz Schools. Mereka punya aturan emas yang terkenal. Contohnya, never translate, demonstrate, never explain, ask. Intinya, guru nggak boleh banyak ceramah. Yang harus banyak ngomong itu muridnya.
The advantage is clear. Students' speaking skills improve fast because they practice all the time. But there are weaknesses too. This method requires teachers who are very fluent, almost like native speakers. It's also not always efficient. Imagine acting out the word jealous for the 5 minutes when a 1 second translation would work. That's why psychologist Roger Brown called it verbal gymnastics. Kelebihannya jelas, skill speaking murid jadi cepat naik karena dipaksa praktik terus. Tapi kekurangannya juga ada. Metode ini butuh guru yang benar-benar fasih kayak native speaker. Terus kadang nggak efisien. Bayangin aja, buat jelasin kata cemburu, guru harus acting dulu 5 menit. Padahal kalau diterjemahkan cuma 1 detik.
Because of these problems, by the 1920, in the United States, the Coleman Report in 1929 concluded that teaching speaking skills in public schools was not realistic. So the focus of language teaching shifted to reading skills until World War II. Karena kelemahan itu, tahun 1920-an, metode ini mulai ditinggalkan sekolah-sekolah umum di Eropa. Di Amerika, lewat Coleman Report tahun 1929, akhirnya diputuskan bahwa ngajarin speaking di sekolah umum itu nggak realistis. Makanya, fokus pelajaran bahasa dialihkan ke reading sampai Perang Dunia Kedua.
To conclude, the direct method teaches us that language is for communication, not just memorization. It works best in private courses with small classes where the goal is speaking fluently. But it's not suitable for public schools with large class and limited time. There are things to remember are number one, no translation, inductive grammar. Jadi kesimpulannya, direct method itu bagus banget kalau dipakai di kursus swasta dengan kelas kecil yang tujuannya memang ngajar ngomong. Tapi kurang cocok untuk sekolah umum yang siswanya banyak dan waktunya terbatas. Yang paling penting diingat, nomor L1, no translation, grammar inductive.
Next, there is a quiz from us. Please help answer it. Indirect method. What language is used during the lesson? Dalam direct method, bahasa apa yang digunakan selama pembelajaran?
C. Sita.
Yes. Answer is C. Target language only.
Okay, next question. Who is more active in the direct method? Siapa yang
B,
lebih aktif
student.
dalam direct method?
B, student.
Teman-teman ada yang bisa bantu menjawab?
Saya.
Baik, silahkan
Mbak Vita.
Mbak Vita.
Student.
Yes, jawabannya benar. Student. Thank you for attention.
Okay, you're welcome. Yeah, thank you Mbak Fadila and Mbak Vanessa. Yeah. How many groups that you were in this presentation? Only Mbak Fadila and Mbak Vanessa. Yes. How many students? Only two? Two or three? Okay, yeah, thank you Mbak Fadila and Mbak Vanessa. Yeah, thank you for the others. Let's close with hamdalah and doa kafaratul majelis.
Alhamdulillahirrahmanirrahim. Subhanakallahumma wabihamdika.
Okay, see you next Saturday insyaallah ya. Thank you teman-teman. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Assalamualaikum
wabarakatuh.
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Alhamdulillah.